And the strangers in this town, they'll build you up just to cut you down. Oh, Angelo, it's a long time coming. And then I don't quite have, I remember the There's a little song I've been working on called Angelo with my band, the Lumineers. So some of the guys want to change it from Angelo to Angela, so we'll see. So I have this book by Angelo. He is awakened. And I have a lot of questions, so we're gonna go interrogate him. What is there to do here? Like, what makes for a good life, or what should we be striving for?
Waking up. You're here to see the truth. You're given the opportunity to see the truth, to live the truth. Every human being has that opportunity. I don't walk around telling people that, but if you're gonna interview me about it, I'm gonna say that.
Coming away. All right, folks, back on the prowl. Very quick air prowl today, the first of its kind. The viewers are ecstatic about this. Yeah, we're prowling off to Denver to talk with Angelo, and he is awakened, enlightened. I don't think he likes the term enlightened. How could it not be fascinating, folks? He's had, among thousands of others, he's had this awakened experience where he, I don't know, we're gonna ask him how to put it. I don't quite know how to put it. Everything about this is a paradox, as we may see today. Can't be talked about, yet he has a YouTube channel talking about it. All knowledge is futile, yet here we are, creating an exploratory interview show. It's only 6 a.m. The sun is 4 fingers above the horizon. I got half a travel mug of coffee from the local cafe. That way it cools down a little faster, and I never drink a full mug anyways. I ordered half a travel mug of coffee. I was a little surprised it was still full price of a large coffee. That's fine. Happy to support the place. She said, have a nice day. In a lot of situations, people say, have a nice day. This happens at Dollar General a lot. As you're leaving. So you're no longer looking at the like your back's to them or you're headed out and you hear, have a nice day. Because I'm in such a rush. There's so much to do in this life, and I can't pause for 1.5 seconds and connect with the cashier in return to have a nice day. But I never know what to do with that. What do you do with that? I'd probably just say you too, as I'm not looking at them. I think I alternate between thanks and you too. But if you go thanks, then it's like you're not returning the have a nice day, so you don't really want them to have a nice day. But my whole thing is, if it was ever felt sincere, like I would say, oh yeah, thank you, wow, yeah, I wish you have a nice, but like they say that, it's just a robotic thing they say to everyone. Does that change it? Am I judging? Should I be judging the intent behind the have a nice day? Folks, these are the questions. Maybe Angelo can help with overthinking. I don't think Angelo has thoughts. That's the cool thing about Angelo. I don't think he has thoughts anymore. We'll see what he says about it. Or maybe he just completely ignores his thoughts. Do you think anymore, or you just dismiss thoughts, or how would you?
Yeah, I would say there's no sense of a thinker. Thoughts can appear, just like anything can appear, but they're not very interesting and don't define much, and they don't even fully form most of the time, and a lot of the time there aren't thoughts.
He has tons of content if you're interested, like what he's talking about awakening itself. So I don't think I'm best suited to just repeat that in a worse way than a lot of these other interviewers and then his own content. But what I want to do is run just humanity's biggest questions. You know, what happens when we die? What is this place? Folks, what is this? What should is there anything to do? What should we be striving for? All these all the classic hits, folks, from humanity's curiosity box. It's not a saying. So I want to I got a long list of these. I just want to run through them. Not that he's I know he's not gonna be like, oh, I have all these ultimate answers to these things. But he does have this, he's had this major shift in understanding through this awakening. So I want to see how he, maybe not answers in finality, but like how he responds. How he reacts or responds or like categorizes or filters these questions. One tragic realization, I forgot my headphones. I don't know. I have theories on headphones too, but they would be nice on a plane. My theory on headphones is you should never use headphones because that cuts you off from the world. Like you can listen to things, but not through headphones. I don't think, my theory I guess would be headphones don't improve, never improve your life. But what is there to improve? What does improve your life? I don't know. We're not jumping to that context right now. I'm just saying, you get it. Like if you're in a room of people, why would you need headphones? That's isolating yourself from a situation so that you can do whatever individually through the headphones. I don't know. I'm not talking about like ear protection, like if you're mowing grass or whatever, operating a jackhammer. That's obviously not what I'm talking about. So just shut up about it in the comment. Additive. I mean, I use them, but I don't think. So maybe that's why I subconsciously forgot them, because I'm trying not to use them. We'll have nice white noise from the airplane, and we'll be in tune with our environment. And who knows, maybe we'll talk to our neighbor, and that will spark a butterfly effect, an unpredictable and amazing butterfly effect of one simple, unplanned connection. And if I was just sitting hunched over with my headphones staring straight ahead, then that would have never happened. So maybe that's what'll happen. Maybe this time I'll try to set up my phone just to record like a behind the scenes time lapse or video of setting up the interview at Angelo's place. This is another one of those where I can't set up ahead of time. Like I'm gonna meet him, then we gotta like talk for 20 minutes while I set up the interview. And I don't know, that's fine, I just gotta figure out how to manage that. But it's like I don't wanna ask all my biggest questions, which naturally you would. If you're meeting someone and you're curious about what they do, you would ask your most curious questions right then. But then I feel like I gotta save things for the interview. Otherwise it'll be a performance when we get to the interview. So got that, and like you're trying to rush because you don't want to waste their time. You want to get everything set up, and then the other times I've like forgotten things, and maybe I can kick him out. Angelo, why don't you go for a 30-minute walk? Leave me alone in your house while I set this up. Maybe we'll try that and see what he says. Angelo, take a hike, buddy. Should we buddy Angelo? That's probably not the way to go. I've never buddied someone in my life because I don't believe in that term. It feels very derogatory, and like it's like you trying to assert power or stature over someone is like the only reason you would use buddy. Bud's a little better. Could go either way on bud. I don't think I'd bud anyone. Thanks, buddy. Just show up. Angelo, hey buddy, you want to take a walk while I set this up? Hey buddy, you want to read a book while I get this interview set up? Oh man, that would not, yeah. I could drug them. We'll cut that. We should not even mention that. It's obviously not a real thing, but I'm just saying there's a certain sedative or or maybe not sedative, but something that would make them the best possible. That's just crazy. Of course, we don't even care about that. It's a good thing about the prowl. You never know what brainstorm's going to come up. But yeah, something we could inject them with or slip into their drink. We could slip it into their bottle of water we offer them. And then do a cheers with the bottles of water beforehand to make sure it gets in their system. And then whatever miracle drug this is, we're brainstorming, would just make them the best, most, I don't know, what would it do? What would lead to the best interview subject? Them just being themselves. They don't need drugs, so we'll shut up. Now, speaking of drugs, I do have 2 drugs with me. I have Dramamine, I have L-theanine. This should be a powerful combo for the flight. Dramamine's somewhat drowsy, so I usually only take 1 on daytime flights. It still seems to really help. And L-theanine, just a classic addiction of mine. I don't even know what it does. Someone said it's a green tea. It's like what's in green tea, but it's in pill form. I don't know what it is. It's like low-grade Xanax, probably. Drugs. I do have coffee. Triple drugs. I guess I have 3 drugs with me. I'm excited for the return drive home from the airport for the second half of this prowl post-interview. Because this is exciting. I think something crazy is gonna happen, folks. I think we're gonna, I don't think we'll become enlightened. I think we got a lot of work. Folks, it's a paradox. It's both, awakening is both right here, it's instantly accessible to anyone, but also it takes a lot of work to peel away all the layers preventing you from seeing that, as I understand it. So it's not necessarily like a big path or progression that only a select few are qualified or able to do. But folks, I don't know what it is. What is this? But yeah, return trip should be good. I have a lot of insights gleaned, a lot of things to stew over. All right, folks, this is a segment of Prowlin called reading current events and checking social media in order to shatter all zeal and excitement for today's prowl by entering into comparative thought and downloading the stress of the world, because there's more important things going on elsewhere, and we'll second guess everything we're up to over here. We'll second guess everything we're up to on today's prowl. I don't even know where I would check the news. Airport, folks, the airport probably will have news on. That'll be good. We'll do that segment then. Kind of wish I would, like, an airport, like I was the type of person who could just, like, record. And obviously I could. It's just a fear. But it's like record updates in front of, like, with other people around. Just like, what up, guys? I'm here at the freaking airport, and we're prowling. Or, like, just do that on a plane. Hold my phone up in a selfie, just sitting there, just a booming voice. What up, prowling? What up, prowlers? We're here. We got the window seat, and we're next to. So, what's your name? That interrupts. Other people hear it. Why is what I'm doing that important that I need to do that and interrupt other people's attention to record that for my thing? So, I don't know. It's fine. What were we talking about? Oh, world news. News and social media. Yeah, we'll pull up Instagram. We'll sit in front of CNN. Once we get to the airport, we can do that segment then. main things I'd wanted to do is like just ask you some of like humanity's, the common like big questions of existence. So they're not necessarily going to be like tailored to kind of how I know you would maybe answer it, or some might not even be relevant to your understanding, but just like how you would filter those, maybe not answer, but respond to or react to those. Awesome. Yeah, I've probably gone on too long. Is everything going to be okay?
Everything already is okay.
Everything's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you so much. All right. Went pretty well, I thought. Still was like close to 2 hours again, which I wasn't planning on. He drove me back to the airport. Didn't have to get an Uber on the way back. We prowled with Angelo for 15 minutes. It was good though. He just went to his office while I set up voluntarily. So I didn't have to tell him to get out of there. Yeah, I didn't awaken yet, but we'll get there. He said one person woke up during while editing one of his videos, so got that to look forward to. I've never recorded in public like this. I'm in a secluded place, but I think we'll resume the prowl later. It's tough to get in a prowlin spirit when you're sitting in an airport. Look at the view though. Pretty good. I'm just hovering in the air. That's where I am. I just stuck myself to this post. I'm just hovering in the air above these moving sidewalks, so that's fun. All right, flight was delayed 2.5 hours, so it is now 11 p.m. Just got back in the car. Yeah, we got a 90-minute prowl back home, so that'll be fun. It'll be a late night, which is fun. Is this exit closed? Oh, here we go. I was about to lose it, folks. I'm not very awakened. The exit's just construction. The exit is open. I was about to lose my wits if that was going to cause me an even further delay. Now you can't even see me. This is fun. Night prowling. The first night prowl. I'm somewhat delirious. I've been up for a while. Traveled a lot I've sat in a seat for a lot of hours today. Just wears you out. Oh my. Now we got trying to merge into road construction. We got it, I think. Alright. Yeah. I don't know, Angelo's really cool. He even drove me back to the airport, so I didn't have to call an Uber. That was really cool. So, I think it'll be a good video. I'm thinking of calling the video interrogating an awakened person. Maybe, I don't think he really likes the term enlightened. I didn't ask him. Maybe I'd use that term anyway. Something like that. Because that's kind of what I did. I just showed up and started interrogating him. So, yeah, one exciting thing is I have a frozen pizza in my freezer. That's kind of the thought that kept me going the last few hours of this prowl with the delays and what life was doing to me, all the inconveniences life was causing me. The thought that kept me going was, I have a frozen pizza in my freezer back home. I just got to get home. And then when I'm home, it'll be another 20-minute wait to wait on it to bake, but then, oh man, only then will life be okay. Right now, life is bad because I'm tired and inconvenienced. But then, at some point in the future, there will be the right circumstances. Circumstances being eating frozen pizza. And then life will be okay for a moment. Gluttony So yeah, we got that. The other sad thing is I'm not even in. Maybe it's a good thing for you. There's probably too many talking hours. But you know what to expect. The show's called Prowlin, and that's all that happens around here. But yeah, I don't have quite the energy needed to do a good, healthy evening. I thought it would be a nice evening dusk prowl back home where we would talk about the wondrous discussion. Now you can't even see me at all. Should I do this? That's probably dangerous. It'll just be a night prowl. We'll learn that you can't do this. That's exciting. I feel like a bit of an imposter. I'm fascinated by this stuff and I kind of understand it logically as the only ultimate possibility of beginning to explain what anything is. But I don't meditate. I'm new to the whole scene. If you can call it a scene, I don't know. There's a light. We can prowl in the light. We've had enough darkness. Good. What did I come on here to say? Oh, awakening. That was kind of the whole deal of this prowl. Serious stuff, or not serious. I should have asked him if anything is serious. I just way too many questions. We still almost went 2 hours. And I was trying to... There's so much I wanted to ask. It's gonna have to be a whole series if he's willing. That's gonna be a lot of plane tickets, but I think I have what it takes to awaken. Everyone has what it takes to awaken. Allegedly, says Angelo. UFO. What is blinking up there? Just a random light blinking in the sky. I think that's a UFO. What is that? Oh, it's a tower. It's a communications tower. I was about to hop on the UFO reporting network. What's the deal with UFOs? Why would they be lights? Why would they broadcast themselves? Whatever they are, folks, what are they? That's a whole different... We'll get lost in the weeds if we go down that route. And it's all weeds, but Angelo's perspective supersedes. All the weeds are contained within everything. And if you're awoken, then you're not bothered by things like UFOs. But it's all just a story. It's all just a game. It's all just a narrative that's being created in every moment, but there are no moments. There isn't even a present moment, because a present moment implies that there could be anything other than what we kind of think of as a present moment. It just is. I'm really glad he agreed with that thought I've always had, like how history, both time and space, it works the same for both. It's just like it's both. It's just an extrapolation of what is. History is just a story that explains this experience now. Because obviously there has to be some... We live in this relative framework of causality and stuff, so obviously there can't just be nothing. There just can't be nothing back there. Like, that would freak us out. Is how I've always thought of it. Like, so there has to be something in the past, because we're operating in this experience, in this time-based thinking. So then thoughts create that past to explain this. Same with outer space. There has to be we experience this physical experience, so there has to be this environment. So there has to be a visual story, or forms we perceive to explain that. There just can't be a dome with like, oh, we have no idea what's on the other side of this dome. That would just be we'd get restless. But like outer space is just an extrapolation of an environment that makes this experience make, I don't know. I lose myself with a lot of this, but I'm glad he like seemingly immediately agreed with what I was trying to get at, because that's something I've been thinking even before I learned too much about this non-dual or awakened perspective specifically. I don't know. I just have too much free time. We're working on it. Good. I'm really looking forward to this frozen pizza. We might have to break all the prowlin rules and just get you guys a quick shot of what this pizza looks like when it gets out of the oven. Like the air prowl kind of ruins the spirit of the prowl a little bit, because the only prowling is like to and from the airport, and then you're using a shortcut. Like part of the prowl is like we're in it, we're boots on the ground, we're rubber on the road, and we can prowl off to wherever. We have full agency. But the air prowl, you're just commuting to the airport, and then it's out of your control. And what is control? Angelo mentioned control. He agreed that we're like a child steering the dummy wheel on the deck of the ship. And we imagine we're controlling this experience. And we suffer when we try to control it because we imagine we can. I don't understand any of this, but we will. Air prowl. But I do like flying. I always get the window seat. I pay the $30 extra if I have to, just to secure a window seat. It's amazing every time. Seeing life from above, you see like the tiny cars, you see the tiny cities. It's so cool. You see clouds from different angles, different kinds of clouds. There was lightning pretty close to Denver. We passed some storms. There's lightning. We were above the lightning. It was like dusk, so the lightning was like bright. It's very cool. Flying is cool. A lot of good people watching. In the airport, I don't know. It's nice when it's short flights like it was today. Long flights get a little cramped. But I don't know, what are we doing now? Nothing good. I want a pizza and a bed. Folks, that's all. That's all I've ever wanted. There it is.